네, 우리 애기 잘 거예요. My God, the loves me and all the wonders I see. The rainbow shine through my window. My God loves me. My God loves me. And all the wonders I see. The rainbow shine through my window. My God loves me. Science book, our workbook, science book이 있네요. Yeah, it's fun to work and think. Make a splash, mix it up. Science book, 오빠 science book이네. Physics tricks, explore and record. Never stop learning. Never stop learning. Science projects and experiments. Note to parents. Some of the experiments can be a bit messy. Please be sure your little scientist is well survived. Supervised while performing the following projects and experiments. Have fun. Good night. My God loves me and all the wonders I see. The rainbow shine through my window. My God loves me. Yeah, table of contents, make a splashy experiments, explanations, mix it experiments, yeah, mix it experiments, mix it up, experiment explanations, physics tricks experiments, explanations, activity answers. 이거 보고 싶어요? 네, 여기서부터는 뭐가 그냥, 네, 글씨가 많이 나오네. 이거 이렇게 보고 할머니가 꽉 잡고, 네. Colorizing plants. Make a splashy experiments. Number 3. What do plants need in order to grow? And what do plants need? 식물이 자랄 때 뭐가 필요할까요? Sunlight, soil, air, cupcakes, water, room to grow, the right temperatures. What do plants need in order to grow and be healthy? Put a check mark next to each correct answer. So sunlight, air, soil, not cupcakes. Yeah, need cupcakes. Sometimes we put the soil first and the seed. Then you're gonna get the cupcakes. Make the hole first. And water, room to grow. Yeah, they need room to grow with sunshine, air, the right temperature. Yeah, right there. So they need all of them. Okay, cupcakes were just on the list to see if you were reading carefully, but the rest are all correct answers. Have you ever wondered how plants pull water out of the soil with their roots and send it up into the rest of the plant? Try this and you will see how it works. Yeah, they need also cupcake here. So what you need? Tall clear glass for all vase here. Yeah. And water, red or blue food coloring. Use liquid food coloring, not the gel kind. And long piece of celery with the leaves still attached. Here is the long celery like that. Cup and the vase. And water. Long piece of celery with the leaves still attached. Result timing overnight. Yeah, overnight it takes almost 10 more hours. During the night they gonna grow. directions here, before and after. You're gonna color of that, maybe green, light green, or more dark green, like that. Well, directions, number one, there are 5 directions here. Number one, color the celery how it looks before you start the excitement. 미역인데. 자, fill the tall glass with water. 물 먹고 싶으면 물 주라고 그래요. Fill the tall glass with water. Add a few drops of red or blue food coloring to the water. Put the celery in the water and leave it there overnight. The 5. In the morning, take a look at the celery. What's different about the celery after being in colored water all night? All night. Color how the celery looks like now. Yeah, we're gonna make the experiment with your celery. Then you're gonna check the more bright color than the at first it colors maybe more light color. Yeah, make a flashy experiment. Number 4 here, experiment the freeze and the frost. Frost is the thin layer of ice that forms on grass, trees, cars, and other things when the weather turns cold. Why do you think this happens? Yeah, so you're gonna fill the blank of this box. Yeah, wow, it's so funny. Science book. Let's make some frost inside the house so we can see how it really works. Yeah, what do you need? Metal coffee can with plastic lid, empty, clean, and dry or a small stainless steel mixing bowl, plastic wrap, and a rubber band. 8 to 10 ice cubes, the 1.5 cup of salt, 1.5 cup of salt, spoon. Result timing 30 minutes. Yeah, you're gonna test in 30 minutes in your classroom. You can do it with your teachers and your classmates because it takes only 30 minutes. There are ice cube directions. There are 4 directions. Put the ice cubes in the coffee can, and number 2, pour the salt on top of the ice cubes, and then use the spoon to stir the salt and ice of a few things. 이거 짜지 않아? 하이라? 예. 물은 안 먹고요. 신기하게 이런 거를 또 좋아하더라고요. 옛날에 우리도 많이 이런 걸 먹었어요. 네. 물 좀 마시고. 짜니까 하이라. 물 조금 마시고. 옳지. 물 조금만 마시고. 잘 먹었다. 네. 우리 안 마시려고 그래서. 좋아. 그렇게 먹는 건 좋아. Directions. Put the ice cubes in the coffee can to pour the salt on top of the ice cubes, and then use the spoon to stir the salt and ice a few minutes. Number 3, put the lid on top of the container or cover it tightly with plastic wrap and rubber band around the lip of the container. 4, let the can sit on a table or counter. Check back in 10 minutes and again at 20 and 30 minutes. Do you see anything happening on the outside of the container? Yes, you can. Time, there are boxes in fill the empty box on here. The 2 boxes here, the time and what I see. 10 minutes and 20 minutes and 30 minutes. You're gonna see the color, see the outside. There are kind of the water drop or the kind of, yes, see one. And make a splash experiments 5. Splash experiment, and then here make a splash experiment order. Number 2, 3, 4, 5. There are colorizing plants and freeze and frost. So you can see the freeze and the frost. And here is the other one, invisible skin. Did you ever wonder how polar bears are able to survive swimming in the freezing cold waters of the Arctic? It's because of this simple fact. Water and oil don't mix. Yeah, water and oil never mix. If we just make the hot with water, yeah, little bit, mixed, but the cold water and oil don't mix. Yeah, what you need: 4 to 6 drops of vegetable oil, water faucet, and the liquid or bar soap for hand washing. Result timing is the 10 minutes. It's possible to in 10 minutes. So there are soap and veggie oil and water here. The directions, there are 3 directions: holding your hands over a sink, put about 4 to 6 drops of oil into one hand and then rub your hands together. And number 2, turn the cold water on and let the water run over your hands. What happens when the water, 이거 이제 저기 할 텐데, 자, 큰가, 긴가? 길다, 그래. 이런 거, 할머니들처럼 이런 거 찝찝하고 저기 한 걸 좋아해요. Turn the cold water on and let the water run over your hands. What happens when the water touches the coating of oil on your hands? There are empty box here, so you're gonna answer here. And on the illustration, draw how the water looks on your hands. Yeah, you can feel the oil and water is different feeling, touching. On the illustration, draw how the water looks on your hands. Number 3, rub some soap into your hands and put them back in the water. What happens when the water touches your clean hands? After you just wash your oily hands, then you're gonna compare with there are bubble with soap and washed away the oil. The make a splash experiments, number 6, super soapy boat. This is a neat trick to show your friends. With an index card, you can make a boat that will zoom across the water, and all you have to do to make it go is to squeeze in a drop of 2 of liquid dish detergent. Yeah, super soapy boat. What you need here, there are some index card. This one is the index card, and or a 3 times 5 inch piece of manila file for the oil card stock, and scissors, sink or a large rectangular baking dish, water, liquid dish detergent. Result just 1 minute. Just 1 minute you can find the result. And directions, there are 4 directions here. The first 4. Number 1, draw the outline of a rowboat on the index card, pointed or one narrow and squared off at the other end. Add a small square notch in the center of the square and see picture here. 야, water. 물 또 마시고. 물 마시고 또 줄게요. 자, 물 마시면. 물 안 마셔요? 안 짜? 응. 그럼 긴 거 또 하나 줘요? 아니야? 이렇게 긴 거. 우와, 길다. 아니야? 그래. 작은 거, 그럼 조그만 거? 이거 쬐끄맣다. 이제는 아니야? 안 먹어요? 물 좀 마시면 안 돼? 바나나 줄까요? 바나나? 아니야? 바나나? 그래, 그럼 자요. 마이 갓. 아니야? 바나나. Thank you very much. 바나나 줄게요. 우리 애기 바나나 잘 먹네요. 네, 아까 바나나 안 먹었으니까 지금 줄게요. 알았어. 이거 잡고, 자, 잡은 다음에, 아야 해? 알았어. 자, 또, 멍멍이 이리 주고, 자. 바나나, 옳지. 아이고, 잘 먹네. 아이고, 잘 먹네, 우리 애기. 먹고 자야지, 잠도. Yeah, number one here. Draw the outline of a rowboat on the index card, pointed at one narrow end, squared off at the other end. Add a small square notch in the center of the square end. See picture here. There are notch made here. Yeah. And number two, the sink you are using for the lake must be clean before you start, with no leftover dirt or soap in it. Fill it half full of water. Number three, place the boat gently on top of the water at one end of the sink. 4. Squeeze a few drops of the dish detergent into the space where you cut the notch out of the end of the boat. What happens? Then you're gonna fill in the box. Yes. Yeah, you make the boat. If there are oil with the paper, there are no water go inside of the boat. I guess, Look up here, prediction, water. Look up, down, forward, backward, and diagonally to find these words. You can find the words from the alphabets, here. So there are prediction water. Oh, they make the mixed or the word. Yeah, explanations first. Yeah, we're gonna read the explanations first. First one, growing gummy. The gummy bear grows bigger because it sucks up water. This process is called osmosis. Water naturally moves from areas that have a high water content to areas. 어떤 거 줄까? 티처 아니야? Areas nearby that have less water. Osmosis tries to balance wetter areas with drier ones so that there isn't as much of a difference in the water content between the. 바나나 사줄까요? 와, 잘 먹는다요. 와, 바나나 잘 먹으니까 이쁘다요. 밥을 많이 안 먹으면 바나나라도 많이 먹으세요. 좋아. 하나 다 먹어서. 아까 밥을 먹였는데 뭔가 먹이고 재우고 싶은데 안 먹는다고 하더니 먹네. String of spikes. Yeah. I'm sorry, more. The drier. And there isn't as much of a difference in the water content between the two areas. A gummy bear contains very little water. When you put it into a bowl of water, the dry gummy bear attracts water and grows as it holds more and more water. 와, 거미베어가 물속에 좀 더 있대. Two. 그렇구나. String of spikes. 거미줄. 거미줄 아니야. String of spikes. The water is attracted to the string because the string is drier than the water. It brings the baking soda with it, gradually soaking higher up the string. the baking soda collects on the string and forms small clumps or spikes. Number 3, colorizing plants. When a plant's roots grab onto water from the soil, or like our celery from water, they are standing in the narrow tubes in the plant's stem, kind of like drinking straws carry the water upward to the other parts of the plant. This is called capillary action. A capillary is a very narrow tube. Yeah, very narrow tube means the capillary tube. 안 될 거야? 내릴까? Since water molecules stick together, each tiny bit of water that enters the tubes at the bottom of the plant pulls up more water molecules with it. 어디 다시 해볼까? 아니야? 그러면 나갈까? 진짜 더워 지금 밖에. So that's why another way to see capillary action is to hold up a paper. Yeah, hold up a paper. Hold up a paper to towel, paper towel, while dipping one corner of it into a small puddle of water. What happens? What happens? 여기까지. 여기가 마지막. 이거 안 먹어? 여기 잠깐 내려. 이거 너무 더워서 이거. 내려가지고 이거 다시 엎자. 저거 있네. 맛있는 거. 아하, 저거 맛있는 거 있구나. 아이고, 할머니 바지 다 벗겨졌어. 자, 다시 엎어. 이거 안 먹어. 바나나 그것만 먹을 거야. 다시 엎어, 안 엎어? 이거 줄게. 떨어져, 조심해. 이거 있네. 이거. 우와, 많다. 이거 많다. 이거 하나만 먹어? 이거 안 먹어? 한번 저거 이거 끄고 올게. 네. So, this is called capillary action. Capillary is a very narrow tube. Since water molecules stick together, each tiny bit of water that enters, 몇 개인가 봐봐, 몇 개. That enters the tubes at the bottom of the plant pulls up more water molecules with it. So that's why another way to see capillary action is to hold up a paper towel while dipping one corner of it into a small puddle of water. What happens? The water climbs up into the dry parts of the paper towel. The water molecules are sticky and tend to stay together, so more and more water is pulled into the paper towel, spreading even into the areas that don't touch the puddle. Try this. Do the colored water experiment using a white carnation or dozy. Write down your prediction first and then compare it to what actually happens. Freeze. Number 4, freeze and frost. You should see frost forming. 저기 아이스가 나왔대. 여기. 안 먹어 이거? 그래. 여기다 놔뒀다가 먹고. 자. 어부가? 물 한 번만 먹고. 그래. 어부 할게. 물 먹고. 어부하고 물 먹고. 아니 물을 좀 먹어야지. 입안에 지금 미역줄기도 씹고 지금 달디 단 걸 먹어서 거글거글해. 그럼 거글거글해야지. 아이 거글거글하네. 입에 지금 미역줄기를 2개가 씹었지. 저거 먹었지. 그러니까 자기 전에 입안을 좀 가셔줘야지. 그거? 자. 물 안 마시면 이빨에 끼니까 잠자는 게 쉽지 않지. 그죠? 넘버 4. 이거 할머니 다 읽었어? 이거 두유? 그럼 어떤 거? 두유? 이거? 그럼 뭐 줄까요? 이거 다 끝났어, 할머니. 이거 다 끝났어. Freeze and Frost인데 물을 얼리면 어떻게 되는지 보여주는 거야. You should see frost forming on the outside of the container, starting at the bottom within 10 through 20 minutes. If the ice cubes are on the inside of the container, why did frost ice form on the outside of the container? 컨테이너에 왜 물이 있고 얼음이 있지? 얼음 여기 이거 봐. 왜 하지? 얼음이 여기에 와 얼음 많다. 얼음이 이렇게 많어. 아 차가워. 왜 그러지? It's because of a process called condensation. Even when there's not a cloud in the sky, there's water. 와, 웽한다. There's water. We can see water vapor in the air around us as the temperature cools. Same of that invisible water vapor changes into liquid water that we can see and touch in our experiment. The ice causes the size of the container to become much cooler than the air around the container. 아, 그래서 그러구나. This cooling caused the water vapor to change into liquid water where it touches the container and then to freeze, forming a coating of frost. Yeah, coating of frost. So that's why, have you noticed how the outside of a glass sometimes feels wet after you pour a very cold drink into it? It's not because the drink is leaking through the glass. Instead, since the drink makes the glass cooler than the air around it, some of the water vapor in the air condenses, turning into liquid water on the outside of the glass. That's why there are frozen and freeze. The condensation we called is because of a process called condensation. Yeah. So there are lots of explanations here. Number 5, I'm gonna stop on here, and next time is explanation. I'm gonna read the first, the answer of, answer sheet first, explanation first. Number 5, visual number 6, 3 blue gold. Yeah. Number 5 and 6 is needed. 이거 봐. 곰이 물속에, 얼음 속에 추워 하는데도 잘 들어가지. 그러니까 그거를 해보는 거야. 그러니까 explanation number 5 and 6를 봐야 되는데, 이거 그냥 또 실험이니까 이따 또 하겠습니다. Next. Yeah, next. Number 5. Yeah, bye. Because she wants to sleep, so thank you very much. Good experiment. So after I sing the "My God loves me" maybe 5 times, she's gonna be fall asleep quickly. My God loves me. 얘 재워. And all the wonderful. Bye. 그 다음 익스페리먼트는 잠자고 나서 또 읽어줄게요. Bye. 네가 해. 저기 bye. 저기 bye.